In the world of Valistia, icons and dominance are two sides of the same coin, resembling a constant cycle of unbelievable might and certain death. Icons are both worshipped and feared by the people of the realm as protective deities and are used as weapons of war by whatever nation they appear in. The beasts cannot exist in the physical realm of Valistia by themselves. They are reliant on a human host to draw their power and unleash it into the world. Those hosts are called dominants. Dominants are the human hosts of icons. Like bearers, they are able to cast magic without the reliance on a crystal shard. In most societies, dominants have a high standing in social hierarchy, unlike bearers, which are only seen as cheap alternatives to the crystal shards. Some nations, however, are only using dominants as weapons of war, and no social standing will otherwise be granted to the host. Dominants can call upon their icon's power and summon the being into the material world, an act called priming. In their prime form, dominants and icons are forming an unbreakable bond of unimaginable size and strength. In this state, there's little that can stand in the dominant's way, except another primed icon. Dominants, like the bearers, are victim of the crystal curse, causes their bodies to become petrified as they use more and more ether, sharing the same fatal fate. Dominants are chosen at random by the deities, although it is shown that the bloodline of certain ancient tribes are tightly woven with certain icons, increasing the possibility for the beasts to awaken in one of the tribe's members. Those tribes came to develop into large nations and even royalty. It appears that bearers will not awaken as dominants. Only people thought to be unable to use magics prior to their awakening. The reason for this is unknown. Of the 9 icons, 8 are still roaming the twins. Each icon is associated with one of the magical elements. The existence of multiple icons of the same element was just a kid's tale in the twins and considered not possible. The incident at Phoenix Gate corrected that false assumption, as a second icon of fire appeared to challenge its counterpart. Phoenix. The icon of Fire Phoenix is a giant fire bird resembling the creature of legends. It is equipped with powerful fire magic, including barrages of fireballs or concentrated beams of fire. Like its template from mythology, the Phoenix is capable of potent healing magic through its flames of rebirth. The dominant of Phoenix is always born into the line of the Rosfield family, the noble line of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. The latest dominant is Joshua Rosfield, younger brother of our protagonist Clive Rosfield. At the Night of Flames, this dominant was supposedly killed by another icon of fire, Ifrit. Ifrit is the second icon of fire, resembling a demonic beast with giant horns and a wolf-like muzzle. Its fire-based magic of fireballs, explosions, and infernos are complementing its brutal and fierce fighting style. Its iconic Hellfire ability conjures a gigantic fireball, incinerating its foes. This icon is an anomaly. It never appeared before or after its first and only dominant Clive Rosfield, bigger brother of Joshua Rosfield, the icon of Phoenix. After his first priming, that was forced by the hooded figure at the beginning of the game, Clive loses control of the icon, killing his own brother in a fit of rage. Shiva. Shiva is the icon of ice. The Ice Queen resembles a woman with platinum blonde hair, pointed ears, a large crown, and a white dress. Shiva uses her ice abilities for both offense and defense, conjuring giant icicle spears or solid ice shields. Her iconic attack, Diamond Dust, shatters all her foes in a freezing wind. The icon of ice was always born to the descendants of the people called the Modes of Ice in the Northern Territories. After the Northern Territories fell to the Blight, after the destruction of Drake's Eye, so did Shiva. At the Night of Flames, Jill Warwick, descendant of the Modes of Ice, awakened as Shiva's dominant after the Iron Kingdom captured her. She was forced to fight on their behalf until she was defeated by another icon, Titan, at the Battle of Nysa. After her defeat, she was rescued by Clive, accompanying him on his quest ever since. Titan. Titan is the icon of Earth, and the largest of the icons, resembling a giant made of stone. He's towering over the other icons in terms of size like a mountain. He's able to cause fissures with a single punch or throw giant rocks on his opponents. He alone was the cause that the Dhalmakian Republic was able to form, as he granted the tribe called the Modes of Earth a bedrock to found their large nation. Titan is still born into the south of the twins, to one of their descendants. The current dominant of Titan is Hugo Kupka, the economic advisor to the Dhalmakian parliament. Kupka is granted a high status inside social hierarchy in exchange for military aid in times of war. He is obsessed with power, believing to be a god that needs to be worshipped and rule. Garuda. Garuda is the icon of wind, taking the form of a harpy-like creature with 2 pairs of wings on her upper and lower back, wing-like protrusions on her head, clawed hands and feet, and white and green feathers covering her body. Garuda's power over wind allows her to create powerful storms, such as tornadoes, send blasts of wind at her opponents, and summon her wind elemental Aegis, Shirada, and Surpana to act as her minions. Garuda uses her claws to viciously slash and tear at her enemy's flesh, and her wings allow her to fly at incredible speeds. The most recent dominant of Garuda is Benedicta Haman, leader of the Royal Intelligers of Volode. Benedicta is as vicious and cruel as her icon, making her feared even among her allies. Ramu. Ramu is the icon of thunder, and takes the form of an elderly man with a long white beard, wearing a long flowing purple robe and wielding a staff shaped like a lightning bolt. Ramu can teleport, seen during his brief encounter with Ifrit, where he avoided the Dark Icon's attack. He can conjure powerful blasts of purple electricity called Levin bolts. Ramu's dominant is said to have a deeper understanding of the world, though the specifics of his knowledge are unknown. He can use his staff as a ranged weapon, such as when he threw it like a spear to repel Typhon in the inner sanctum of Drake's Head. Ramu's latest dominant is Rodolphus Telamon, former Lord Commander of the Waloda Royal Knights and the leader of the Hideaway. Bahamut. Bahamut is the icon of light, appearing as a large wyvern with silver scales and massive wings, and the third eye in the center of its head. Its power over light allows it to fire beams of energy from its mouth and hundreds of missile-like energy blasts from its wings. The current dominant of Bahamut is Dion Lesage, firstborn prince of the Holy Empire of Zambrek, son of Holy Emperor Sylvester and leader of the Holy Order of the Knights Dragoons. As the Empire's state religion, the Gregorian Church reveres dragons as holy creatures. Dion is largely seen as a hero and symbol of hope and justice among his people. A tribe known as the Modes of Light once dwelt in the northeast reaches of Storm, where the great city of Oriflamme now stands, among which the dominant of Bahamut would always emerge. In modern times, dominants are often born among the Zambroki nobility, most likely because the tribe's bloodline still runs strong in their ranks. Odin. Odin is the icon of darkness, taking the appearance of an armored humanoid with a horned helmet. Odin possesses control over dark magic, and wield a black blade that can cut through anything and generate deadly energy blasts. This blade can be used by both Odin and his chosen dominant to deadly effect. Odin's current and only dominant is Barnabas Tamr, king of Volode. Barnabas used Odin to conquer the continent of Ash. He formed the kingdom of Volode, which he rules as king. He would later become part of an enigmatic plan to draw the other dominants together. Odin wields a katana made of darkness that can slice through anything and erase matter from existence. Scholars believe that he is a descendant of the ancient Modes of Darkness tribe, within whose lines all dominants of Odin's are born. However, they have yet to prove this point, on account of no record of any Odin before Barnabas Tamr have come to light. Leviathan. Leviathan was the icon of water, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, earning it the title of Leviathan the Lost. Little is known about Leviathan, but it can be discerned that it could use water-based magics and was a massive, serpent-like creature as depicted on the murals. The icon was most likely born into the Modes of Water tribe in the south of Ash. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe. And if you want me to cover lore of your favorite video game, leave it down in the comments. Until then, take care.
Daddy.